right, good evening, everyone. Already looking around, I see a room rich with diversity, so I just want to try something really quickly. I hope you all feel comfortable enough to participate. Just quickly, by show of hands, how many of you here today were born outside of the UK or had a parent who was? All right, just take a second to look around you. This therefore means that a lot of us here are first or second generation immigrants, which is going to have a lot of significance on my talk today being Between Worlds, Diaspora, Responsibility, and Collective Progress. And by diaspora, I simply mean a collective of people who live outside of their ancestral homes, but still have good connections to it. But let me first introduce myself. My name is Cherice in Welsing-Quacoe. I'm a British citizen, but ethnically Ghanaian. Do I have any Ghanaians here today? Woo! Okay. And both of my parents were born in Ghana before moving to the UK. So I would say that I'm someone who's in touch with my culture. We go back whenever possible. I'm trying to learn my native language. And my church is a Ghanaian church. My Spotify playlist should hopefully show my patriotism. And I'm deeply, deeply in love with the food. So as a second generation immigrant and as a Black heritage student, I would say that I'm someone who's proud of my background. But I would say this doesn't necessarily come easy to everyone. And I'm here to say that is fair. Because being a part of the diaspora comes with unspoken expectations, unspoken challenges, and unspoken pressures. There's this constant weight, which for some may be lighter than others, but it is still there. And by weight, I mean for some of us, this could be the weight of having to carry your family's hopes. For others, this could be the weight of needing to feel exemplary just to show that your parents' sacrifices were worth it. For others, this could be the weight of balancing your identity between the world of your culture and the world of people who do not look like you. And this can lead to stress and pressure, honestly. But I'm here to say that no matter what the weights are, no matter what these difficulties are, we have to understand that we are ambassadors of our heritage. But what do I mean by that, ambassadors of our heritage? I mean that no matter whether we choose it or not, and no matter how much we try to escape it, we could be the only version and the only example of our culture, our country, and sometimes even our race that someone gets to experience. And in one sense, this could be a lot of pressure, that you could be the only representation of your culture that someone gets to experience. Perhaps it's a sort of pride that you get to show that off. But all in all, this is something that some people have to deal with. But on top of this, there's actually so much that our heritage has given us. Our heritage has given us resilience. Think of our ancestors and all that they went through to bring us so much that we have today. Even think of our parents, many of whom came to this country with very little. All of this has taught us perseverance, the ability to get through the struggles that we go through today, whether this is in academics or whether this is in careers or even in personal life. It's also taught us community. The Western ideology sometimes teaches us about individuality and personal growth and personal gain, but there's community in Black heritage. You know that feeling of walking into a room and seeing someone else who looks like you and just instantly feeling calmer? That is community. Or even the feeling of walking down the street and the instinct to call a random Black woman auntie, that is community. It's also taught us adaptability. In this interconnected world of today, we actually have cultural intelligence to be able to navigate different environments and to be able to persevere through different environments and also contribute innovative solutions in unique ways. Isn't it amazing that our heritage and our culture is able to help us in this way? But there's also so much that we've gained from living in the West. We've gained institutional efficiencies. The West is just known for their technological advancements and even their policies that are put in place in order to ensure that things like government and healthcare systems are checked and policy regulated. The West is also known for their emphasis on mental well-being and their ability to reduce the stigma related to mental health. So now I want to pose this question to you. With all that we've gained from our heritage and all that we've gained from living in the West, do we owe it to give back? I feel that a part of being proud of your culture also means finding ways to give back and acknowledging what your culture has done for you. But how can we do this? I say, take a look right now. Look around you, look at where we are, look at what the Black Leadership Program is doing for us. One way to give back is through the power of mentorship and education, connecting young people from the diaspora, students from the diaspora, by being able to equip them with educational resources and guidance that will have a lasting impact. We can give back through the power of supporting non-government organizations, using what you've learned from your education in the West and using it to support systematic changes, for example, through healthcare or trade agreements. You can also help by donating, physically donating to these NGOs. And another way of giving back is sharing our knowledge through education, educating your neighbor that may be of different heritage, helping to close the gap between them and us. So now I ask you again, do we owe it to give back? And I say absolutely we do. This doesn't have to be as drastic as sending money back home like many of our parents do. This could be as simple as just educating someone in the younger generation, a younger cousin maybe, a niece or a nephew, and preventing them from going through a struggle that you went through. I believe that we are between two worlds. That is true. Let's acknowledge it. Let's remember that our identity also comes from our heritage. And in order to give back, one great thing that we can all do is try and move forward, not necessarily individually, but collectively, and use our heritage and use the fact that we live between worlds as our advantage. Thank you.